She is beauty. She is grace. She is Miss Harley Quinn, aka Joaquin's main lady, Gaga, in Joker 2, aka an on-the-nose relevant Halloween costume for this year, 2024. Everyone loves a pop culture reference, am I right? I've been a pro makeup artist for over 12 years, working with celebrities, beauty brands, and everyone in between. But I've been dressing up for Halloween even longer. I wanted to make this costume super easy and affordable, so I purchased 3 makeup items from the drugstore, and I ordered a wig and this top from Amazon. I actually distressed this top by soaking it in black tea, which is kind of an old school method of doing it, but I think it worked out pretty well. Everything else from the costume is from my closet. I also figured, to be true to character, Harley would probably purchase her makeup from the drugstore. I mean, who am I kidding? She probably wouldn't purchase it. She would probably steal it. She would probably go to the drugstore and steal whatever she wanted. But in the sense that she probably wouldn't be using anything fancy, we aren't going to be using anything fancy or high-end. I've already moisturized my face. I did not use a drugstore moisturizer. I'm sorry. I actually used the Bioderma Sensibio cream just because it's right next to me. It's nice and hydrating, and I can't do makeup without moisturizing my face. I doubt she's used any kind of moisturizer in the storyline if we're thinking literally. But as Jeannie creating the costume, this is what I used because I have to prep the skin. It's just in my DNA. For skin, we're going to keep it really light because it looks like she doesn't really have any foundation on, but her skin is very pale. So in order to achieve that, I'm going to take a concealer that I already have. This is the Revlon 5-in-1 Awaken Concealer. This is in the shade 15, which is much lighter than my skin tone. I'm just going to take this, and this is my personal one. I'm just going to place it kind of in the middle of my face. Again, like I said, there's really going to be no rhyme or reason to this. I want to see what this looks like on its own, buffed into the skin, and if we need to tweak it, we can. Taking my IT Cosmetics brush, any kind of buffing brush, you can use a sponge, doesn't matter. I want to knock out some of the tan, some of the warmth in my skin. I guess it's not super important to have makeup up on the forehead because it's going to be covered by the bangs from the wig. I want to white it out just a little bit more just to give her more of a ghostly kind of eerie look. So one of the products I did purchase, I actually purchased 4 products. Sorry, meant to say 4. The first product is going to be the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD High Definition Foundation, but this is in white. This is something that you can put into your foundation to lighten it. I got it off of Amazon. I've never used it before, but I've heard good things. I'm just gonna take a little bit right here, and then I'm gonna take a little bit more concealer, put both of those on the back of my hand, like that. Then I'm gonna mix it. So we have that. I'm gonna take my foundation brush, going really light. Yeah, this is good. This is giving me what I was looking for. I don't know, when I look at Harley, I think cold, psychotic. Yeah, so this is giving me exactly what I'm wanting. Still looks like skin, but very, very pale skin. I'm not gonna go down the neck either because in the pictures that I saw, you can kind of see a line of demarcation, which gives me the idea that she intentionally made her face paler, maybe to make the eyes and the lips stand out more, like Joker, because he has the white face paint. I really want to powder my face, but I'm not going to because I don't think Harley would have powdered her face. I don't think she really cares. I think it's more about emulating what the Joker looks like. We're going to move on to eyes. I'm just taking a black eyeliner. Any eyeliner pencil will do. This is from ColourPop. I found this at Target and I just thought I would use it. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to kind of sketch out the design of what I see in the picture, and then we're going to smudge it with our fingers because it literally looks like she stuck her finger probably in a shadow or in an eyeliner, or she put an eyeliner on and kind of smudged it with her hands. There's not really any rhyme or reason to it. There's not a lot of structure to it. The only thing that's really apparent is the triangles on the top and on the bottom. So that's what we're gonna do. I figure I'll zoom in for this part. I'm gonna start with tight lining my eyes. I'm gonna take a skinny little brush like this and just smudge, start and smoke that. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're just gonna kind of sketch out that design. And we're just gonna work in stages. The best part about this is if it's not perfect, it doesn't really matter because her makeup is far from perfect. I kind of want to just get the essence of it. Really get in that lash line. Make sure that lash line is nice and dark. We want that triangular shape. And then on the top lid, it kind of comes up through her brow. And then before it dries, just take your finger, kind of rub it. And like I said, the messier the better because it's just a big old mess. And what we'll do, we'll clean up the top points in just a minute. But I want to get just the shading and the messiness of it first. I'm going to take a Q-tip that has Bioderma on it, and I'm going to clean up, make them a little bit more pointy. I'm going to go back in. I'm actually going to take another Q-tip and grab a little of the color to give it a little definition, but for it to look worn. I can't get that definition with my fingertip, mostly because of my nails. Looking back at the picture, I'm noticing that I don't have enough white on my face. And I just mixed the white with the concealer again, just to give it a little bit more. And I think also if this isn't super even either, it doesn't really matter. It's like she slapped it on really quick just to get out the door. Another tip I'm gonna do to give it a little bit more of a lived-in look, I'm gonna go back in with my eyeliner, smudge it. I'm gonna take a little bit of Aquaphor on my finger and just kinda to give it a little bit of a greasy kind of lived-in look. I'm not gonna curl my lashes before I put on mascara, and the mascara I'm using is the Mega Volume from Wet n Wild. I've never used it before. I figure Harley probably wouldn't curl her lashes either. She probably wouldn't care. Kind of haphazard. I need my close-up mirror because I can't see. And if you get a little bit of transfer onto the lid, that's okay. Also adding a little bit of Aquaphor to the eyelid. The thing I love about this makeup, besides the fact that it's grunge to the max, is that it's completely unapologetic. This is a I don't give up kind of makeup. I'm gonna emulate this person that everybody sees as deviant, and I don't care. Okay, I lied. I have one thing that's not drugstore, and that's only because in my personal stash, I only have one contour product that I like to use for this, and it's from Makeup by Mario. It's the contour stick in light medium. I'm gonna take it on a brush, and I'm gonna contour my nose, because my nose is a very different Italian nose from Lady Gaga's Italian nose. And we want to try and stay as true to her as possible. For lips, I have Super Red from Revlon, and I know she didn't bother with putting on any kind of lip liner, so we're just gonna smear this on. This red is so perfect. I forgot how good Revlon's reds are, especially their old school reds. The formula is really creamy and really comfortable to wear too. I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille. Don't be frightened. I highly recommend getting a wig cap because it really does help whenever you're wearing wigs. This wig cap actually came with the wig that I purchased, so it worked out. But this is the wig. She did not arrive to me like this. Just to give you an idea of what I did, I took my blow dryer with the concentrator attachment and I worked it all the way down and stretched out the curl because it actually had a beautiful curl to it. It was a very nice wig before I did this to it. I also cut the bangs a little bit and cut the bottom a little bit. For products, I use this Not Your Mother's Beach Wave Spray, and I also use this Dove Dry Shampoo along with this hair oil. So basically the three of these together create a lot of texture. They make the hair look dirty. They make it look lived in. That's exactly what we want. The worse it looks, the better, if that makes any sense. Like the more stringy and kind of messed up it looks, the better. This Beach Wave Spray is really great because it gives it really good grit and texture. Here she is, Miss Harley Quinn, Miss DGAF. The thing I really wanted to do was to make this approachable and easy and affordable, and I think we pretty much did that. You can get any of these things, I'm sure, at a thrift store or even at a place like Target where everything is really affordable. The biggest expense for me was the wig, but totally worth it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial as much as I enjoyed the research and the execution of it. I love Halloween. Stay tuned for more Halloween tutorials. The month is not over yet, friends. I have more tutorials coming for you that are maybe inspired by some movies or pop culture references. So if you haven't already, please subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know what you think, and I will see you next week with a brand new Halloween tutorial.